Welcome to Moonlight Madness, and today we've got the reading for fire signs, Sun, Moon and Rising. The text we'll be using is the Faery Oracle, Wild Wisdom of the Faery Oracle, Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette-Baron-Reid, the Enchanted Map by Colette-Baron-Reid, and the Fairy Tarot Cards by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine. So the first card we have is the manifesting card, the Magician. The Magician who pulls the rabbit out of the hat. This is what you do. You're manifesting on a Sagittarian strawberry moon. If you have it in your chart, in your placement, I know I've got a Sagittarius placement in my chart. I think it's in my 10th house. You'll be able to draw in this energy right now. It's a very lucky phase for people that are trying to go on a trip. They need to go and gamble or take a lotto ticket. They're hoping for a job or hoping for a start, a new beginning. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favour. It's cycling up rather than down. So we've got the cycling up of the Magician. He can do anything. They take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. And you have creative abilities, innovative ideas. You have rock star status. And people are willing to help you out and seek out good advice from experts in their field. So if you're starting your channel, like I'm learning this as I go along, you can maybe call on the help from another psychic medium or a spiritual group, which I'm looking into. Crossing you is an awakening. The awakening card is a Pisces card, and it's the yin and the yang, and I call this my resting card. It's very similar to the energy of the Four of Swords. So it's like you're waiting for something, fire signs. It also says you need more sleep, hidden action, exploring past lives, giving so that others can gain, seeing a challenging entity, entirely different, can help you find a new lease on life. You're unusual. You come to see this incredible strength and potential that lies in being yourself. Reach out to those who are in need, a new way of reflecting on a situation. And then it's got in the past is 7 of Cups. This is to do with someone that you were around, or you might have just been yourself, were very confused on which way you were supposed to go next. You had 7 choices. Was it fame? Was it fortune? Was it education? Was it riches? Was it building an empire? These are the situations they're talking about, and whether to start one path or begin a new one. Looking to see all the choices you have in front of you. What you decided involved actions. So make a list of every positive and alternative daydreams are lovely, but you need to gain insight. It can be very distracting. Make a plan. Ego. In the past, you may have had an addiction that you were trying to overcome, and you're successful, you've overcome it. It also talks about determining causes and symptoms. You're caught up in fear and worry. Happiness can be elusive. You need to self-reflect on what it is you need to place your attention to. If you place attention on fear and worry, you'll attract more of the same. If you place your attention on everything's okay, then that will be okay for you. It also says forgiveness. See the truth of who you are. Release those aspects that no longer serve you. Let go of guilt, fear, blame, and detox from harmful foods and substances or people. Confront your fears and release yourself from any limitations. Crowning you, a Queen of Swords, is this Aquarian, Gemini, Libra energy, who is mature, is fun, all wise and all-knowing for unmarried or divorced individuals. They're perfectionists. They come across as harsh, but they've overcome a lot of difficulties in their past and have grown stronger from the process. Amazing patience and easy way about them. They're hysterically funny. Strength, future. Talks about power of kindness. This is my Leo card, and because we're in the year of the tiger, I'm not surprised that there's a lot of Leo activity coming up in the readings. There's a lot of energy that comes up with the Lion, the Strength card, or the King of Wands comes up a lot in my readings, because again, we're calling in on the year of the tiger. If you have fire in your chart, or if you have the tiger is your Chinese New Year, you will find that you'll call upon things that go well for tiger placement people. Like recently we lost to the Panthers, and I said to my brother, he said, I wonder how the Knights will go, and I said, well, we're in the year of the tiger, don't count your chickens yet. We're on home ground, but it's the year of the tiger, so I think the Panthers may actually win, and they did. He could have betted on it, I would have told him, just bet on the Panthers. So it says here, power of kindness. It's also saying You're overcoming many challenges through grace and will, having patience with yourself, kindness and respect to those around you. People are drawn to you as a pillar of strength. Caring soul, sensitive to people and their emotions. Do not be afraid to show your empathy for others while saying no when you need to. Prince of Swords. This is to do with, again, the young Aquarian, Libra or Gemini. They're a younger star sign. This may represent someone in your life that is younger than you, who is the air sign, who may be fast moving. They're intellectual, they're a little impulsive. They tend to not look for the trees, the woods from the trees. They tend to just get on there and impulsively do things without even thinking it through. They're risk takers, they're daredevils. They're my eldest son. He's a daredevil. He plans, yes, very well, but sometimes he's very impulsive and he acts on his inner gut. And when he says to himself, I've got to do this, and he does it, he's very happy. He's always listening to his gut and he's usually right on point. So it says here, quick action is needed. You can assess any situation, allowed to get it right. When they are on a mission, you may as well stand back and let them take charge, because they will. They are Aquarian, Gemini, Libra, and impulsive. Pause and let them do what they have to do. Make sure their plan is sound. Let them bounce it off you, if you will, so that you can guide them. The Wheel of Fortune is new doors opening, a power, or lack of. This is your lack of power. Your power at the moment, your superpower, the Wheel of Fortune, is being able to have a lucky break, to make big changes this time of the year, and perhaps this year you'll make many changes to the following year. Happy rising synchronicities, fortune smiling on you, good luck, research, and surround yourself with positive people who can cheer you on and applaud your success. And we've got the Moon. The Moon card is to do with effects of people around you. Now others see you. Psychic awareness, seeing what you did not see before, no longer being afraid, and becoming a professional reader. Listen to your guidance you receive in forms of intuition, synchronicities, watching a bird fly, that's usually my indication the air signs need to be read. I see fire engines, that's usually fire's ready to be read. You get little ideas about who or what needs to come next, whoever's screaming at you the most of your intuitive gut feelings. My mother is very good at this. I was in the car today and I was meant to buy 2 bags. One was for the laptop and the other one was to put groceries in if I was going to buy other groceries, and I forgot to buy the second bag. And so she hands me a bag and I went, how'd you know I needed a second bag? Because she was following her gut. And usually with my mum, she usually gives me something like, don't know why she's giving it to me, and then it appears later. Like, she gave me some doorstops, 3 of them, and I was on a bus going home with these 3 doorstops I needed for my room to get in and out without locking myself out from this house I lived at. I said, I only need 1, I don't really need 3. We were on this bus, and the bus couldn't shut the door, and the only way he could move forward is if he shut the door. And so we used these 2 other door stoppers I didn't need to shut the door for him, that my mum knew that I needed 3 rather than 1. And she picked it up, not even thinking. She went with her gut. She listened to her inner voice. It's usually when you listen to your inner voice, you trust what you feel rather than what you know. Trusting your heart rather than trusting your head. You go with your gut. If your stomach starts churning around a person, place or thing, for me, it's usually a warning sign. It's usually saying to me, trust that gut instinct. If your stomach's upset, it means you're scared of them or you don't trust what they're saying. So my stomach will start to rumble for no apparent reason. That's like my watchdog that lives inside of me, warning me of who's coming towards me with ill intention, or I can't sleep. Then I'm pacing the floors because I'm hearing their negative energy. I can sense their negative energy or how angry they are. So I keep away from them. Now, we've got here, we're very lucky because we're in the full moon, and it's funny how we pulled up the full moon card. This talks about the full moon around you, seeking out that psychic medium, seeing something in the pool, in the reflection of the pool. You may have a Cancer around you right now, or you may have a Cancer placement. It talks about looking in the water and seeing a reflection of an instrument that's not the one you're holding. So something that looks to be something appears to be different in the water. So what it comes across as is not that person. Look beneath the surface. Some of these Pisces energies, again, you've got a Pisces around you as well because of the hangman. So for you fire signs, there could be a person around you that's in the entertainment industry, who's into doing online communication or film and television is what's around as well. And to watch out for people trying to fool you or dupe you. You will know, you'll see right through them. They may buddy you up, but you can sense what they're trying to say. Okay, so we've got here, no longer being afraid, becoming a professional reader or going to a professional reader. It's a good time to do this. Sleeping dreams, listen to your astral dreams. Give yourself a reading. The Nine of Swords is unfounded fear. This is the nightmare card, waking up from a deep sleep or having a nightmare. Focusing on worst case scenarios, nightmares, panic attacks. Taking on a problem with the world, taking on the problems of the world. Needless guilt, worry has reached an unnecessary level. Go for a walk in nature. Get a massage, acupuncture, Reiki or a day spa. Then we've got the wild wisdom of the Faery Oracle, the Green Man's Bride. This is a sacred union coming around you. Someone who may be getting engaged, getting married in the family, who is mature, who isn't young, who's already gone around the block with this person once before. They've been on this merry-go-round before. This energy is coming back around for them. This energy of being partnered. And it talks about a hand fasting, a ceremony, joined in sacred union, balance of masculine and feminine in marriage of your female and male energies. It could also be that you're marrying your male and female energies. Proposal to develop a lineage, physically and spiritually and mentally. And I kept reading the word lineage. I don't know, it's some sort of transport truck. And after I did the reading and wrote the name lineage down, law of attraction, I saw the truck with lineage on it. Anyone who wants to Google or put it down in the inbox and tell me what lineage means, what's the company. I found it very strange. Develop a lineage physically, spiritually and mentally. We've got the gatekeeper. This to me is fairy time shifts, dimensional slips. And this is the perfect time. We're coming up to the winter solace in the southern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, it's very hot right now. They've got the summer solace or summer equinox. We're coming up to the winter equinox. I think it's between the 23rd and the 24th of June. I'm pretty sure. Which means it's a perfect time to get a reading, make a wish, change jobs, law of attraction. Yeah, it's a perfect time to go dreaming and astral travelling. Fairy time, shapeshifters, space travellers. Isaac Newton viewed time like a straight arrow, being shot forward from a bow. But time is not like that. It's like, I had a friend who once said to me, you can imagine that you throw a rock in a rock pool and you let that rock pool swell out into different concentric circles. That's how time operates. So you've thrown that little rock and it has a ripple effect. And it influences everything else you do. That one choice, that throwing that rock, has vibrational levels from the 3D to the 5D, or from the 5D to the 3D. So you could throw that rock, and it has a domino effect on everything else that follows. It's a bit like intuition. I think it was called the butterfly effect, where he talks about the time travel is possible. He was going forwards and backwards in time. So time is not linear, it is concentric, it's circular. It goes in cycles, things go in cycles. Time is a spherical energy, it's not up or down, no past, present or future. There is only now. Time is a circle. Hindi Hopi Indians also talked about this, the Teo. And time travel, to bend time, to move between what seemed over and what you create is in the now. We may live beyond the time we should. Watches, clocks do not work for us. For when you have time warped or astral travel, like I do all the time, I break watches, I break computers, I break all cash registers. It's an energy, and it's depending on what type of energy you have that attracts the energy. So if you've got a lot of mental activity, you've got air in your chart. I've got Aquarian, I'm an Aquarian with Gemini placement strongly trined. And Gemini, Aquarian, air sign moon. I'm a double Aquarian, by the way, too. So it talks about, that's all kinetic energy. Aquarians represent electrical. Isaac Newton, it's funny, this has come up in the card reading, because Aquarians and Geminis and Libras all play with the communication, and they upset the communication. It's like Gemini retrograde. So if you touch an appliance, it'll break. If you got a lot of activity going on in your head, you're a bit stressed, then you might, I don't know, blow a bulb, or the fan might go on. You can't shut the oven fan off. It's my case where I live right now. I've hit a button and I can't turn it off because I was cranky and I got frustrated with it. With computers, they don't work for me when I get frustrated. So I start typing things in and it won't do what I want it to do because I'm angry. And when I'm angry, that energy builds up. If it's not released in some shape or form, whether it be exercise, physically, or you get angry and you yell, or you express it in some way. If you can't express it and you bottle it, then it'll come out somewhere else in your vibrational activity. You'll draw in, or you'll make things move, as in clocks don't work, computers don't work. It's like a shift in energy in your electrical field, your auric, if you will, field. It says we may live beyond the time we should. Some people live beyond what they should be living, but it says visitations from people you are to meet. You may see ghosts. You may see future premonitions at this time. Foretelling is a forewarning. 5Ds on the astral plane. Few of us people will experience this, but some of us do. And so with the movie The Time Traveler's Wife, where he goes in and out of time, I've done that a couple of times, where he's 1 second he's on the road and the car spins out of control and he just disappears, and then he comes back because he's astral travelled 2 weeks in advance and he saw the accident before it happened. And because he got so scared, his soul left his body. There's many, many books on astral travel. They're all at the university. I've looked them up. It's a real thing. Some libraries have tried to hide this information because it's used to scare people, that there was such a thing, that the phantom soul leaves the body at night time and goes wandering in search of whatever it's seeking, whether it needs to learn a lesson in the future or seeing what's coming. And that's what premonition's about. That's what I do. That's what a premonition is. You're going forward in time, or you're going backwards in time. And so what I do is I pick up an object. It's my son's blanket, and I got an impression from 9 years ago. Something to do with him 9 years ago. And he's like, that's a past memory. I'm like, I know, because I got past memory from this blanket. He'd had it. The blanket, I think, or the cover, had picked up on his energy from when he was 9. Don't ask me how it works, I don't even understand it. But that's what I get. And so right now, you may be particularly psychic right now. Some of you people out there that are like me, that and everyone's got this gift. I told this to a man today. Everyone has the ability to see ahead if they're open to it. If they're scared of it, I can't read you. I've got people that want a reading. They say they want a reading, and then when I go to try and read for them, I don't get very much. I don't get anything sometimes because they're scared of what you're doing, even though they're saying they're okay with it. Something blocks their energy from letting you see into them. I had one lady who said, "Oh, can you see anything for me?" I said, "Not really. You're really hard to read." And she's like, "I know, I block people out." I went, "Yes, you're blocking me. I can't read you." And I since have seen things for her, but I don't want to call her with that information because she's gone now. She's moved somewhere else. So, and I can't contact some of them. They've already left. They've moved out. But it's because they wouldn't let their walls down, or they were scared of what I might see. I wouldn't tell them anything bad unless it's my immediate family, and that's to warn. And so this is how energy works. It's all around us. We never die. We just go to another plane. We go to the 5D. It's like when you die, your soul leaves your body. And when you have a near-death experience, I have had one many times. And when I did, I went forward in time, and then I came backward into time, and I could tell people what happened. And that's a scary thought, because I don't really remain here in the now. I'm always going forwards and backwards in time. And that's all I've got for you, fire signs. I hope that helps someone out there.